What is going on, YouTube? This is Lamont at Large, and today I am coming to you from the Eternal Valley Memorial Park here in Newhall, California. I was contacted by a subscriber who wanted me to stop by this cemetery and pay my condolences and respects to a mother and three of her children who were brutally, horribly murdered on September 9th, 2008. They're all buried here together. This is the mother, Sonia Durfield, and she's buried with Kayla Clark. She was 9 years old at the time. Ebony Horton was 13, and Melinda Harris was 11. They were all sisters, and they were all brutally stabbed to death by a 18-year-old punk named Corey Lynn King. Corey was friends of Sonia Durfield's son, who at the time of the murder was out of town. And I don't know what the relationship was between Corey and Sonia other than that, but he was at her home drinking on the night of the murders. It's really hard to come up with a reason for why the murders took place other than he was just a sick, psychotic bastard who was also a prime suspect in a murder of a 90-year-old woman in the LA area. But for all the prosecutors know that King was at Sonia's house drinking, and some kind of an argument ensued, and he stabs Sonia here 68 times. And it is believed that he killed the three girls because they were witnesses to the murder. And after he killed them, he takes their car and he drives to a gas station, fills up several containers of gasoline, comes back to the house and pours it everywhere, all over their bodies, all over the house, and sets the whole place on fire. He was quickly, the next day, apprehended. And there are some very gruesome details in the crime that I don't feel the need to say in this video, but you're more than welcome to go read it for yourselves. It was just a very horrible crime. These girls were stabbed multiple times and burned. And these murders happened almost 12 years ago. And the murderer, he was put on trial and he was eventually found guilty. It took the jury only 3 hours to find him guilty. He was given the death penalty, but sadly, because of the quote-unquote guilty conscience of one governor of California, he has put a halt. He has put a stop to all executions in California because he, quote, finds the death penalty somewhat racist. Neither here nor there. There's over 700 men and women on death row in California that are there for a reason, a very bad reason. And the voters of California voted for the death penalty to be enacted, and it takes only one man to halt it. And guys like Corey King, who is responsible for putting these three girls and their mother in the ground and probably a fifth, and he gets to just live his life on death row with his TV and his food and books and what have you, his air conditioning, and his free medical care for the rest of his natural life. And taxpayers in California, we get to pay for that. It's always a very sad thing to me, especially when I see kids that didn't even get a chance to grow up. And these three poor girls right here, Melinda, Ebony, and Kayla, were not given a chance to become adults because of one complete and utter psycho. Okay, guys, I'm going to include an article of the story in the description box in case you want to read it. At least we not forget. Rest in peace to these three girls and Mother Deerfield. All right, I'm Lamont at Large. I'm signing out. I'll catch up with you on the next video. Peace out.